Hi everyone, I'm going to re-record my inheritance lecture from earlier. I still like the original, but I wanted to point out what we're doing this time. Actually, I'm going to make one modification to this original code here, so bear with me. My linked list is going to point to it points to the start of this thing. That's how my linked list works. Yes, my horrible handwriting here. But bear with me. Here's what we're going to be doing this time around. We are going to, instead of just having a linked list, we're going to make a doubly linked list. This means the following. I'm going to put a little box around the whole thing. Previous. It looks just like a linked list, except for you're going to have, you can point to the next, you can also point to the previous. So this previous is going to point to null, but this previous points to this one, this previous points to this one, this previous points to this one. I'll also have end. So I have a start, and I have an end. This is what we're going to be playing with today. So when I have a linked list, normally I have just the starting point, and I have this sort of train metaphor where I go to the next, to the next, to the next. There's also circular linked lists where the last one points to the first one again. There's all sorts of different linked lists. This happens to be one of the formats where I point to the first and the last, or the start and the end, whatever I want to call it. Those are the variable names. And each of my nodes in my linked list, for a doubly linked list, each node not only points to the next element of the linked list, it also has a pointer back to a previous one, so I can go forward or back. Kind of useful. In fact, that's actually the default linked list that's in the standard template library. The gotcha in this whole thing is I'm not going to redo everything I did before. I am going to take what I previously did in my previous lectures with a linked list, the normal singly linked list, and then I'm going to make what's called a child class. I'm going to inherit from linked list. I'm going to make a doubly linked list. I'm going to inherit from linked list node and make a doubly linked list node, a special kind of linked list node. And I'm going to try and minimize the amount of code reuse so that no matter what, if I have a doubly linked list or a linked list, everything works the exact same way. It all looks the same, acts the same. I don't repeat my code a bunch of times, but I get the advantages of using what my parent class has for free and making little tweaks along the way. That's what we're going to be looking at very soon. So let me pause the video for a second, and then I'll show you the code example.